Today I have for you a news post. This is concerning Bronzeman Mode and a new quest. I think this is an interesting one, so obviously that's why I'm making it. So let's have a look. So first of all, they're gonna have these like little ramble videos every month. Well, whenever there's an interesting month, and they'll just talk about everything that's going on. So this is, I guess, another. I mean, here they have also Blood Moon Rises reception. So it's not just stuff in the news post like that it comes in, but also just everything that's happening throughout the month. So I'll definitely check it out. Maybe I'll do a little reaction slash summary in another video. First of all, we have the bingo community feature. So if anyone played Gridmaster before, or they've just been in a clan bingo before, we don't have an official like in-game way of tracking task completion or anything like that. The reason why that matters, by the way, is because there's some things like, for example, thieving the enhanced crystal teleport seeds from elves. If you do that, then there's not actually a chat message once you get them. So it's very hard to like track these things consistently. So an in-game board, not only does it help everyone to quickly see where everyone's at, but for drops that don't have a chat message, and you've already got the collection of like the squid beak, for example, could be another one. This could allow those items to be tracked with no possibility of cheating and, well, assuming there's no bugs, of course. Just make a more streamlined system. So I really like this. At the moment, it's basically you need to have a screenshot with all of these specific requirements for them to be taken seriously, etc. So really liking the bingo community feature. And that's pretty much all it is. And they say it's likely not releasing now until early 2027. And remember, guys, all of these features are subject to poll on Friday, on the August the 14th, which is a Friday, this Friday, in fact. If you're watching this week, obviously recording this the day of the release. Anyways, let's continue. So a lot of the work has been done already. This has been something that's been worked on in previous game jams, and like I said, in Gridmaster, they actually had this system. So since they've had this working, it shouldn't be too long to get into the live game. Now, the main event for a lot of people is Bronzeman Mode. Imagine Ironman Mode, but once you get the drop or get any item, you're then able to unlock it for purchase and selling through the Gantt exchange. That's what Bronzeman Mode is, and it's something that YouTubers have made series on and players have been wanting for a long time. Now, according to this post, they say it's essentially ready to go. So subject to the poll that's coming on Friday, I assume. They say all of these things are going to be polled on Friday. We should see this in the game very soon, and we're actually getting two versions of this. This official Bronzeman mode, this is the flagship one. There's going to be high scores for both as well. You'll still have the restrictions of Ironman. You can't trade, you can't pick up other players' drops, you can't get drops from PvP. Not so for Unbound Bronzeman mode. Now, this is a separate game mode where same thing as Bronzeman mode, but you will be able to unlock and collect items from killing other players. So you might have a dragon dagger and a magic short bow, and you smite someone for an AGS, right? You can now buy and sell AGSs, Armadillo God Swords, as well as having that AGS. So this is quite an interesting game mode. They have said also that you could easily transfer items by defeating your friend or even your own old account, which I think is a valid concern. I mean, I go to a high risk world, right, on my old account, and I have super combat staminas, even an AGS, like all of these different PvP items, and then I can just unlock those for use on my Bronzeman. Not to mention also the Grand Exchange has a lot of methods for making GP. For example, you can buy things that out for profit, buy the nature runes, and then you have infinite money, right? Effectively. Is the money per hour high? No, but the point is that in this restricted game mode, you can kind of circumvent the only real restrictions through methods like that. That's up to opinion whether or not you think that there's integrity in the game mode. I think this is a lot of fun, and of the two of these, I actually think Unbound Bronzeman mode sounds hella fun. Start off as a level 3, as soon as you, like, the earlier you go into PvP is probably the better, because players can have all types of things. It's going to be normal accounts you're fighting against. If you kill someone and they have a Sanfu serum, that unlocks you the ability to buy Sanfu serums, which might not sound that crazy if you're a main account, but as an Iron Man who's gone through the Maggot King grind, I mean, even Zora, you could say. I mean, early Zora, a lot of these things are going to benefit you to have a lot higher level potions, and I say Sanfi serums is a specific example because those are potions that realistically you're not going to make those, and the sources of them few and far between. So very interesting. Now, given the boostable nature of these of like unbound Bronzeman mode, this will have a separate high score to official Bronzeman mode, and we will see 2 separate new icons as well. So, which is pretty nice. Let me know, guys, if you want to see a Bronzeman mode series on the on the channel, and we'll do it. Games with Dainz will still be the flagship series. You'll still see Iron Man progress videos, but if you do want to see a Bronzeman series, let me know. Me personally, I don't really have much of an interest in this. I think it's a main with extra steps, to be honest, if you ask me. But for you guys, I think this could be great. I think this is also a great entry mode, or gateway, I should say, gateway drug into Iron Man mode. For the people that play official Bronzeman mode and they're unhappy with, you know, the lack of integrity, or they want to take it to the next level, Iron Man mode will always be there. So this is great. Now, downgrading. They do intend to allow Iron Men to downgrade to Bronzeman, and what will happen is all of the items that you have, both in your inventory and in your bank, will be unlocked, so you'll be able to buy and sell them on the Grand Exchange. They have said that they don't plan to allow you to unlock items that you had but don't have any more. But for example, collection log items, if you've had ranger boots and then dropped them, you wouldn't unlock ranger boots, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. So this should be coming, and there you go, that's a poll question. Now, my personal favorite update of this batch, a rough situation. There's a new quest that's gonna come, set in Asgardia, where you're basically gonna be able to help Talia and Chase set up a dog shelter, which is really cool. Once you finish the quest, you'll be awarded your own puppy. And going through the world, you'll be able to find different breeds of dogs. Like here, there's a list of dogs you can find: Chihuahuas, Greyhounds, Labradors. My personal favorite are the Husky and Shiba. The Shiba Inu. The Pug is quite cool as well. Dalmatian could be cool, but it's not here. Yorkie, is that like a Yorkshire Terrier? Well, but yeah, so you'll be able to get dogs which grow similar to cats. Key difference: these dogs won't run away if you don't feed. They require food to grow, but they won't, and they haven't said what the food will be. So for cats, we usually feed stackable Karambwanji. For dogs, if it's meat, maybe you're gonna have to carry a meat pouch, but you're not really gonna need to, because they won't run away. It's just that you have to feed them often enough over a 3-hour period for them to grow. That's the only caveat. But if you want to keep it as a puppy, you can, and you'll be able to trade these for blood runes instead of death runes. Which death runes is what you can get for cats if you trade them in RD, and dogs you'll be able to get blood runes for, which is very interesting. I'm not sure what the ramifications of that are. I said before, if you assume a price of 500 per blood rune, then 100 blood runes is 50k, and 200 blood runes is 100k. So every 3 hours, assuming it takes 3 hours, similar to a cat, you would be getting 100k from this, which, like, effectively, you wouldn't be able to sell the blood runes for 100k, but in terms of the opportunity cost of buying them for 500 each, you would get 100k. And I'm not even sure if blood runes are 100k in the in rune shops, but that's just 500 each in rune shops, but just a ballpark figure, right? Which is, you know, something. It's definitely something. I don't think it's that critical. I don't think it's game breaking at all. But what I do like, my favorite feature of this whole news post, Fully grown dogs, including the bloodhound pet, have extra utility for dog digging, allowing you to dig for treasure tail steps. I think this is so cool. So instead of bringing your spade everywhere, you can just carry around the dog or your now best in slot bloodhound pet and be able to use that instead of a spade, which is I think is amazing. No pets have any utility as of now, so this would by default be the best in slot pet, which is really cool. And a reason to get the bloodhound and a reward for those that have the bloodhound. So I like it. Dogs can happily live in your menagerie. You're gonna need one of each of these fully grown for completionist purposes. At least that's how I would see it, since you can have these in your menagerie. It says you'll be able to own multiple breeds and colors at one time. I would try and just get the rarest color for each one, not every single color, but one of each breed. Yeah, definitely. So as for the poll questions, do you want the new quests? Rewards are going to be polled separately. I think that's interesting concept. Yes, I want a new quest. Should they be added as followers? Dogs, yeah, obviously. Or don't add the quest if you're not going to add the dogs. Should fully grown yes, absolutely. So this is, should they be allowed to dig? Which I'm going to vote yes for. And should you be able to get blood runes 100 or 200 with the Mauritania medium diary? I believe that's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to vote yes to that as well. Helps out the early game players. Doesn't really break the bank in any kind of sense. And yeah, this poll is going to go live on Friday the 14th, which is 3 days from now. So make sure you vote, guys. And let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Bronzeman mode or unbound Bronzeman mode? Will you be playing? And will you be getting a dog? And will you be grinding the bloodhound so that you can dig for clues? Thanks, guys.